moving your finger, not having any emotional connection to your victim, that's not sick, that's not cold, that's not calm, collective. You're not looking in the eyes, you're just a rat. If you're running around with a thing, thinking Rambo, because you're a weak piece, you can't use your hands, you can't use a manual weapon, so you've got to use a weapon you can use from a distance. It doesn't make you big and hard, it doesn't make you violent just because you can use a thing. That's what I'm saying. You haven't got to be this big, dangerous individual to be able to squeeze that. It takes a different character, a different type of person to commit proper violence. Gun crime gets labelled as violence, but it's not a proper individual. Do you understand? You know what I'm saying, isn't it? So they're all just little weasels. Majority of them are look at every one of them that's being convicted for these crimes. Just look at them all that's being convicted for crime linked to organised crime groups in the city of Liverpool. Look at them. When you've read up on them, what have they all got in common? They're all on substances. They were getting high on their own supply, basically. Like a gang of junkies. And if you watch the build up to the heinous crime what they committed, if you watch the build up to it, they're in the offie buying 3 crates of lager. You know, they're sat in a flat with some kid that's just made 1.5 million selling yayo. You're telling me there's a queue in there? So they're off the Barnets. They're off the Barnets. It's only took something for them to get, wow, a phone call, Dusty, smashing your bed. Little jealous Zeisz. The money man. You need to do this for me, you need to do that for me. Go and smash your car on her path. You monster terrorising a bird because a bird's moved on. Lost it. That moment of madness because of his love and his passion. Just sent him and his firm on a mission that they didn't know what they were doing. When it's happened and it's all gone tits up, they just thought they can come out the flat charged up. Let's go and get down this course, mate. Fly round in their own car, jump out as if they know what they're doing, get back in the car, using their own phones all over that, going to hotels on camera, paying with their own cards. It's not that kettle of fish with them, is it? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just not that kettle of fish with them. Basically what I'm saying is, that wasn't planned. It wasn't planned. That was off the cuff, twisted, let's go now, bam. So you've got about a little hour plan. The prosecution was putting it across like it's going to take them all day to pick that thing up off that, the squeezer off them. It doesn't take you all day to get your thing. It's 5 minutes. They haven't drove around for an hour, went to a destination, picked this thing up, brought it back an hour later and then just chilled out and all this. They've had that thing there, and when they've gone, they just ran out and done the madness. Picked it up, gone round, done the madness, and it's come unstuck for them. It's not like you're dealing with a professional outfit. It's not like they've all gone and got dressed in black and had stolen cars and manoeuvred properly. They're pissed, which is on the CCTV, they're buying crates of ale. You're on it? They're all on the ale, they're all smoking cannabis. And he probably had a phone call at just easing his birds again. You know, just one of those little things to trigger that money man off, and that money man's sitting there. You know what they're like. Listen, if you've been in that environment, you know what gangsters are like. You know what they're like when they're on the yayo. You know what they're like when they're on the juice. They're just aggressive. And they're on the juice. That's what I'm saying. That's what them clicks move like now. It's part of their persona. So it is what it is. From hindsight, that's been a jealous little piece of that is encouraged, probably paid. He's the money man in the situation, mate. Zeisz. He's the one that's went to them 2 kids. There's your wedge for your hotels. When you're seeing peers and Withel like that in the hotels with the fresh readies, that's coming from money man. And I've said from the beginning, people, I know it never came out in the court case, and I know the whole case was built on the fact that Harrison wasn't there. Harrison wasn't in the house at that time with Ashley. And there's phone records to suggest she's say something's going on outside. But I'm convinced when that something went on outside, he's turned up and gone in the house. So it came across like the case was they've done the tyres to see if anyone was in. Then there's been communication from Ashley to him, apparently saying, whatever, I'm a bit worried. I've said from the beginning, Lee Harrison was in the house and he's ran out the back door. When it's gone off, Harrison's in the house and he's bailed out the back door when it's kicked in. That's my opinion. It's all over now. It's all over now, but that was my initial thing, and now that part of the story is just not fitting right. So look, girls, you got Ashley, fell in love with this kid. The kid's involved in madness for years, most of his life. She gets with him, she stays with him. The kid's gone through some bullshit years and years and years. She remained with him, loyal with him, fed him, respected him. Cherished the ground he walked on, you can tell by the messages. For years, stood by his side. Probably took him to see her parents. He's probably sat in his parents' house with her. Had a scram with Ashley and the parents and the little sisters running around. If you've been with someone for 5 years, you're part of the family, aren't you? Look how he left the family, that Harrison. Look how he left Ashley. Why? Because of that mindset that you can't snitch. So you've got this lad that has met you. I'm trying to put myself in the dad's shoes. You've got this lad that has met you, come into your house with you, ate with your children, probably slept in the same house as you, become dead close, probably watched the game of footy with each other, or got on with the mum, come dead close, him and Ashley, dead tight, one of them relationships, gone through all the madness, all the pressure off the deal and rats and all that. And then he just turns his back on them. Off to Dubai, where all the other ones who want to stay out of the line might go. He's a coward and a dirty scumbag. The first thing I would have done in that situation was jumped on the family side, not me criminal side. Not those rats that are probably going to put him to bed in 4 or 5 years anyway. He's just got 4 kids sunk. He was probably getting told, you need to box this, you, and if you don't, right I would, mate. I'd stand right next to that lovely little bird I just lost who'd been sleeping next to me every night all my life. Wouldn't be able to live with it, mate. He will. He'll be able to live with it. Hasn't even contacted the ma. Hasn't even given them a valid A, B or C. How dirty is that? That'll hurt the ma most. Out of most of what was going on. Obviously, the daughter will be them, but after that, it'll be the betrayal by that rat. Because that's what it is. It's betrayal. Scumbag. He'd rather betray the people that have probably fed him, had him in their houses, lived with him, brought him in as a family, connected like that. He'd rather betray them than betray a gang of dirty, rotten scumbags that's been trying to do him. That's how twisted it is. That's how far gone the morals are in our city. Do you understand what I'm saying? That rat betrayed that lovely family for them dirty criminals. He's a scumbag. That is the definition of a Judas. Do you understand what I'm saying?